Oh, um, it's melting. Super. We've got a really nice day out today. Um, for some reason, I don't know how to turn this around, but there's the trailer that's got to go, and my little hoop place that I sit out in. Um, my driveway, my wood, which is almost gone, and where I was getting it, I can't get anymore, but I'm burning those bio bricks, which are working great because I can just put them in and it warms up the it warms up the house in the morning. Um, but this is my space. Big yard down there. That's all the dog yard. I don't think you can see it. That's the dog yard. There's the wheelbarrow there. That's frozen with ice in it, probably. But that was the dog yard. It's pretty big. But with that many shepherds, I needed it. um, my property goes way, way down the back. But my daughter and my son-in-law took a octagon house apart last summer, and they're storing it over because I have two driveways. So they're storing it over there. I don't know where they're gonna put it up because I have wetlands all around me, and um, I will figure out how to turn this around. But I'm on my deck, out my front door, and I have all these feeders that I put up here. I made them. Except for one, and I got the suet feeders, but that bucket, I have had that for several years. I even taped the handle on it because it broke, but still working. Got another year out of it, and then I use water jug and a cider jug that I decided to make one, and the birds eat out of it all the time. I think that's part of being frugal, I guess. You can see the dog yard a little better now. And I have a wonderful yard. A wonderful road to walk down and live on a dirt road. It's so nice to walk down there. And there's a bridge down there a little ways, and there's there's a brook that runs through, and then you walk up a hill, and there's another bridge, and it's so nice. It's so freaking peaceful. There's just like nobody ever around. In the summer it gets a little busier, but there's times of the day when there's just nothing. Like right now, today's a Saturday, and the neighbor has a couple, that lives right across the street. Um, she is retired now. She is a very quiet neighbor, so we kind of fit good. This neighbor on the other side of the trailer, I don't know how far over, but there's another driveway over there, so in between after that driveway then is their house, and they're really quiet. They have one dog that barks occasionally. It's super quiet. It's a beautiful, peaceful place to live, and I can't imagine ever living anyplace else. So I guess I just wanted to show you what was going on. Not a whole lot, but the snow's melting. My driveway's my yard is melting here. And that's just, ugh. So nice to see. So nice. Um, Anything you want to ask me about my life? I'm going to be doing water very soon. It's kind of like it's 50 degrees today. So, and we're going to get a little cold in the next couple of days, and then it's going to warm up. Um, Next week, it's going to be pretty warm. So, I'm getting my path ready down to my well. And a little noisy with the pump, but I'm going to fill up a whole bunch of water jugs and set them out here. And if it snows, oh well. I mean, I'll bring some in, and then I'll leave a bunch of them out here, and they'll never freeze solid. I mean, even if they did freeze solid, you can bring them in and thaw them out, which I don't want to do, but if you gotta, you gotta. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And that's just what I do. And, oh, one car. And I want to show you how I do it, because it's so simple. Having a well makes a huge difference. I can't imagine not having that. I mean, I did. I didn't know that I could do this years ago. Years ago, when my water first froze, I went down the street with buckets and went to a brook, which I don't think I can do it on my road here, but there's another place on another road down, just not too far from here. I used to go down and with buckets and go down to that river and get water, because I didn't know how to do it. You know, I was like, oh, I don't have water. I got to do something. So I would go down there and get water, and then I learned how to melt snow, which a lot of people do, and we've got tons of it. And you can filter it by, it's just used for dishes and washing up, and you always, heat it up good, so it's fine. And you can use cheesecloth to filter out anything that gets in there. And I go to places that doesn't have much like bird activity or a squirrel. I always go to the places that are pretty clean. And I'm still alive, so it must be okay. And I don't know. I can go down to the laundromat to get water. I have a couple times, but in the last 2 years, I finally figured out how to, get a pump, because it's only been 5 years that I haven't had any running water. I had running water over the summer, and then the pump cracked, and the water tank was all messed up, so I just said, forget it. It's amazing what it costs to fix this stuff. Like, to have that all fixed in there, to get it all set up, you gotta, to do it right, you gotta dig another trench, because the one that was in here originally, I guess the pipe cracked underground. So a new trench would have to be put in. And, you're talking $1,000, $2,000. I don't have that. And it's like, well, but it's given me the opportunity to find other ways of doing things. And it's not difficult. It's not difficult. So now I have the pump. I think it's a 12 volt. It's like a transfer pump. So my son-in-law made a hose for me just to put down into the well. And then I leave the pump up here, which I won't leave that out with the cold, but I will use it, the drain. Then you got to drain the hose and then bring it in, which I've already done. I did that in December, I think. Because we had some warmer weather, and now with warm weather coming, so now I can hook it up. Probably bring it in, because I don't want to mess up. I mean, the pump definitely. The hose, I don't want to lose my hose, so I'll probably drain it and bring it in, and then once it gets warm enough, I'll just hook it up and leave it. The pump stays out here and everything. I just cover it, and then I have access to my well and my water all the time. So I usually just fill up a whole bunch of water jugs, Because I've been buying water, which I'm going to try to find a filter for my water so I can drink it. Um, but I still have a lot of jugs. And buckets don't work for me anymore. It's too hard on my back to carry buckets of water. And sure, I'd like to get a great big, one of those great big tanks, but you know, it's, you don't have to make things that difficult, really. You don't, I mean, I'm not, the way I do it works. And still have one of those little wash machines that I hook up out here, and so I can do little loads of wash. And I always hang out my stuff on my clothesline out there. Um, Such a wonderful time of the year to be able to do that, and so nice. It's so nice, and I used to have it all. When I first moved here, we had oil heater and um, running water all the time, washer and dryer all the time. I still have the dryer. 20 things got to be 30 years old and it still works. But the washer I can't use. I can't hook it up, and that's okay. The laundromat's down the street. Anyway, I don't know. Just wanted to share some of my world and my life and how I do things, and I'm gonna do the water, like I said, probably next week, so I'll video that and you can see how I do it. It's really not hard, and it's just grateful I got water. I'm grateful I got a well. It's not a big dig. It's a dug well. I think it's like maybe 15 feet, but never run out. It's never run out in 20 years, and we had a pretty major drought last summer, so it still has water. It still had water all through the summer. I do conserve. All right, just wanted to share some stuff. If you have anything you want to ask or want to see, I don't know that I'm going to show it, but this, there's certain things I will, and when I get into the trailer, I might show you cleaning it out, show you when it leaves, and show you my new garden build, because I'm going to have to build a new one, which is going to be a lot of work, but that's all right. If you don't put any effort in, there's no result. Truly. You gotta put the effort in, and the effort will produce something. I've had good gardens and bad gardens, but I put the effort in and I always get something. All right, take care. Hope you're having a good day. Bye.